Okay, what's going on, everybody? MrKingdomKash, Charles Dyson here. I got my brother. I'm so proud of him. This is Mr. Laurence Daniels. Mr. Laurence has been with me since June 22nd of 2018.
Yes,
And
indeed.
it has been a journey, right? I wanted to bring Laurence on because he's going to give a different perspective. And he recently had a breakthrough. I'm so proud of him. If it's anybody who deserves this, I know he deserves it. But he's a perfect example of what trading is supposed to be. The only people who lose with trading are the people who give up before they get their breakthrough. That's it. If you keep going, no matter what it looks like, no matter what happens, you know, this can change your life. But I wanted to give a different perspective. So I brought Mr. Daniels on. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to tell your story. I want you to encourage the people who watch, you know, the videos, you know, with a different perspective. Like I said, so Mr. Daniels, you've been involved since June 22nd, 2018. It's been a year and 8 months or so. And I like to, in the beginning of the video, give the breakthrough testimony, and then we'll walk everybody up. So within the last 7 to 8 days, how much have you made?
Made about $400 in the last 7, 8 days.
About $400 in the last 7 to 8 days. So this is huge for you because this is a breakthrough. This is a breakthrough towards consistency, right? Consistent profits. We always talk about that. But from the beginning, when you got started, it was, you know, like it was similar to my journey. You know, I spent a year and about 2 months just trying to get it, just banging my head against the wall, trying to get it. You know, and I know when you got started, it was kind of like a similar story. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, when I got started, man, I saw the opportunity. Actually, I think it was you on Facebook. Because I'd seen Forex in it was another company out there. I went to a one-day, free seminar, and they kind of introduced you to it. But then I saw the price tag. I said, "No, I'm not doing that, but I still want to do this."
Right.
And you know how Facebook works. If you start putting stuff in, searching things, stuff will pop up. And I saw one of your videos, and you were talking about how you just gonna follow the big banks and how your strategy was. I'm gonna follow them. I got a strategy to do that. And, I said, okay, it makes a lot of sense. Then I heard your personal testimony about your faith in Christ and your kids, and I said, this man is taking care of his whole family. I think at the time you might have had what, just 7 kids at the time.
Yup. I said I had. Wait, don't let me lie. Hold on. I think I had 8 at the time.
Okay. Yeah. 8
No, 9. It was all 9 of them. My daughter was born in 2017, so yeah, 9 children.
So I said, this man can take care of his family of 9, and I mean that's just that just spoke to me. And then Forex itself, it really spoke to me in terms of like 3 mantras that I have in life. One of them is, just because the world's a circus doesn't mean you have to be a clown.
That's it.
You don't have to follow everybody. You can choose who you want to be in life. You can, but you can break away from the crowd.
Absolutely.
That's about the environment. Okay, so I wanted to change my environment because I'm like, I'm not going to be making any more money than what I'm making, but I know I want to, so I'm going to have to do something different. So, and that led me to my second mantra, and that's, if you want to make a difference, you got to live it different.
Amen.
So you got to change your mind first. Change your mind and say, okay, what am I going to do different? And my thing was, I'm going to learn this skill set. And just like your journey, I saw a whole lot of strategies out there, man.
Yep.
You meet up with local folks and you see other stuff. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. You just switching up, and some don't work. I know. When you bang your head on the wall.
That was me, man.
You see people making these big trades and all this, and you tried. And I jumped into a pair once, like USD try or something like that. And it's like one of the most aggressive pairs out there. And the spread on that joke was like $99. It just, my account was like $2, right quick. So I'm learning lessons all along. But I kept telling myself, I cannot give up on this because I cannot find anything else that makes this much money this quickly.
Right.
And then the third mantra I have, and this is one that really spoke to me about Forex, is money can work harder for you than you can for it.
Amen.
Money can work harder for you than you can for it. And Forex is just simply money working.
Yes.
All you got to do is be in the environment and do the right thing, and you can get some of that money. You know, now Forex is, when I started, it was 5.3 trillion. Now it's 6 trillion.
Yes.
6 trillion. So it was like, okay, that money's out there working. All I got to do is just position myself and be built right to just grab just enough to really start to stair step towards success. So, you know, again, a lot of strategies, a lot of meetings. You know, you saw this, you saw that, you saw the big name people doing stuff, and you follow it. And I never really, I don't know why it was so obvious though. It's like, all you got to do is find one thing that works.
One thing.
Everybody else that was doing good, that was their one thing.
Absolutely.
And my thing was like, okay, what's the right thing for me? You know, so then, you know, time went on, had a couple of life events go on and, you know, kind of in and out. But then this last, I think it was like October, November, I think I reached out to you and you said, hey, man, I got this strategy. I got this strategy, man. I'm still testing. I'm going to come out with it. I said, okay, I'm good. I'm with you. Whatever it is, let me know. Let me know.
Yep.
And then you had, I think it was like 10 videos or whatever at one point.
Yep. It was up when I first put it out, it was 17 videos.
Wow.
And it was 4 hours long.
Wow. Yep.
So that's when, but continue. You said.
Yeah, so I went through those videos and I said, you know, I like the way you broke them down, you know, piece by piece. You wasn't just trying to do the whole thing in just one big sitting. So I said, okay, I understand why, you know, this piece and that piece and that piece. And then when you put it all together, I said, oh man, that's it. I said, look, that's how simple as that. You got 4 things you got to look for.
That's it.
And they right there on the screen for you. All you got to do is look at that.
That's it.
And then the famous phrase, take the trade.
Take the trade.
Take the trade. You know, and that's one thing I know over the last couple of weeks when I've been going, you know, getting into the market. I say, okay, I see this, I see that, I see this. There it is. I said, I can hear you say, take the trade.
Take the trade.
Take the trade. You know? So then I started to marry that up, that strategy, with the confidence from what you were saying that we were reading in the book. You know, we're talking about the mental part of this. And I think it really clicked that night when you said, I could teach you how to trade in a week, probably less than a couple of days with this strategy.
Absolutely.
I can teach you to effectively trade. But you're not going to really be successful until you get the mental part of this, until you have the confidence to go in there and to be mentally tough. I mean, you're going to take some losses, even with the best of strategy. You're going to take some.
Absolutely.
But don't let that discourage you, because, you know, once you're confident in your strategy, you're going to win a lot more than you're going to lose.
Absolutely.
So I started thinking about it. I said, okay, now I started looking at some of the other folks who were being successful with it. And obviously, you know, one of the guys was Andre. You know, I mean, this cat got it, and I said, man, he must have been doing this before, and then just joined here, and this, you know, now he got with him, and he was like, he found this thing in January this year, and just started taking off, and I said, man, that's amazing, and I'm so happy for the brother, because I'm like, you know, it's going to happen differently for everybody, and then so I started looking at some of his trades he was posting to some other folks, and I realized what some folks were doing. They would have one trade 2 or 3 times, it's the exact same, you know, setup. And I said, okay, they only going for like 15 to 20 pips. But when you do that 3 times, that's like 45 to 60 pips, all at one time. You know, and you're out of the market a long time. You're not trying to hit the big 100 pip, 200 pip home run. You're just trying to get 15 to 20 pips.
And and for those people who are watching right now, you don't know what a pip is, we will coach you and teach you about what that is. You don't need to know that right now, but you know, basically a pip is a measurement of the market, how long or how far the market has moved. The same way you measure temperature, or the same way you measure how long something is. In the Forex market, we measure pips. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to make sure they understood.
Yeah. So, you know, I saw that and I said, what y'all going? 60 pips. And they was in the market maybe, you know, I look at the numbers where they were and where they ended. I said, they went in the market, but about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get there. I said, I can see this now. I'm starting to set up a plan. I'm like, okay, I could do the same type moves with Skittles. You know, once it gets above, you know, right above the parameters. You know, I ain't going to say it here because I don't know how to
we ain't giving them all that.
I ain't giving them all that. But once it's set up, I'm like, especially when it comes, you know, when it's real right, you can guarantee you're going to hit your 20.
Boom.
You're going to hit your 20. I said, okay, when I see that, I'm triple. Okay. And I said, okay, let me just try this out. So I, you know, 1 or 2 at a time, and I'm starting to get some success. I'm like, okay, I see this. Now I said, let me think about this now. If I triple a 20 pip move, that's 60 pips.
60 pips.
I said, okay, now if you do that in a 24-hour day, I can find that setup on two other pairs. I know I can.
Right.
So if I do that in a day, that's 180 pips. 180 pips. I said that's for me, that was huge. 180.
Right.
So I said, okay, let me put some numbers to this. I said, okay, if you just do a half a standard on that, that's $5.
$5 per pip.
$5 per pip. 180 pips. That's $900 a day.
A day.
A day. I said, nobody I know would walk away from that. And I said, there's no way I can walk away now. I got to keep this up. I said, okay, $900 a day. I said, okay, let's do 5 days a week like that. $4,500 a week.
A week.
Now, I'm a government attorney in upper management. I've been doing this 20 plus years. So I make a good salary.
Right.
And, I ain't seeing $4,500 in 2 weeks. So, and it's a lot more hours to get that.
Right.
Those 180 pips, you can probably get that in about 5-6 hours.
Right.
In the span of a day. So I said, okay, now let me take a look at that thing. Let me say, now that's $18,000 a month. If you had $4,500,
absolutely,
that's $18,000 a month. I said, now I know $18,000 ain't never been had by a lot of people.
Right.
I mean, I can't think of many people making $18,000 a month. Or if they are, they working like a dog.
Right.
They working like a dog. They a visitor in their own home. They don't know their kids. And they don't have a life, dude.
Right.
They don't have a life. But if you multiply it out by a year, that's $216,000 a year by just being patient and discipline. Discipline,
and that's it. You said a lot. A lot. I took a couple notes. So, number one, I want people to understand. You met me on Facebook.
Yep.
I really want people to understand that no matter where you are in the world,
yep,
you can connect with the right people with the right information, and it'll change everything. But you can't be so skeptical that you shut your brain off to opportunity, right? So I always highlight that. I want people to understand that, Laurence, you're a real person. And what city, state you in?
I'm in Bowie, Maryland.
Bowie, Maryland. You're in Maryland. I'm in Atlanta. All right?
Yep.
So, Andre's in Philly. Sharonda's over in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Wow.
You're in Maryland. No, it doesn't matter where. Now, these cities are in the U.S., but it doesn't matter where in the world you are.
Right.
You can do this, right? So that's the first thing. And then you said another thing. You said that, right, you've been in this a year and 8 months, and you just got your breakthrough last week, which that speaks to your consistency. That speaks to your tenacity. That speaks to your mentality. Understanding that it's only a matter of time. It's going to work. It's only a matter of time, right? But people were getting it the whole time faster than you.
Yeah.
And you had to maintain that confidence, and you had to maintain that mentality that one day is going to be my turn. It's going to happen.
That's right.
And it happened. Now, I wanted to speak to that. Another thing, you did what I did when I first learned how to trade, and most traders do. You skip from strategy to strategy. This over here, that over there. Now I got this. Now I got that. I did that in the beginning too. But your breakthrough came when you got laser focused on one thing.
Yep.
Right? And earlier in the video I mentioned it was a 4-hour-long strategy. I even condensed it. It's only 8 videos now. Yep. And you can complete it in less than an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So we're taking traders from knowing nothing about trading and then helping them get profitable very quickly, most times in less than 10 days, less than 7 days, right? So another thing I heard, you said that your confidence, you got your confidence, the mental side.
Right.
Because I could teach you the strategy, but if you are timid, if you are scared, or if you look left or look right and don't stay focused, it's not going to work for you. But the confidence has to be there, and that's what the strategy is built on, right? Would you say that? Would you say if somebody learns the Skittle strategy that it's going to build their confidence right while they're going through?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's simple, and it's quite visual too, because it just shows you right there. It's like, okay, time to take the trade. It's right there. It's not complicated. There ain't a whole bunch of stuff on the screen. Not a whole lot of calculations to do. It's right there in front of you. And the thing is, when you start the trade, okay, depending upon the spread, you're gonna start out negative, but you can't get shook.
Right.
You're like, okay, I know why that's there.
Right.
I know why that's there. I also know, according to this strategy, the momentum is there.
Right.
The momentum is there. There are people doing either buying or selling at that time in a strong way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I'm right where I need to be. Just sit tight, hold yourself. You're gonna be all right.
Right.
And next thing you know, that thing starts to grow. You see that little pip counter on my MT4. You start seeing it go blue, and you're like, oh, okay. And then now I'm starting to really, with my MT4, trying to move, stop loss into profit as opposed to just, wait for it to get to a certain amount.
Right.
Take profit. So,
absolutely.
So, yeah, it is. The Skittle strategy is very, very simple.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, the confidence you have in seeing the setup, he's like, okay, that's it. I'm ready to trade. But you got to have the confidence, you got to have the discipline to say, I'm not going to get jumpy and say, oh, well, it's almost there. Maybe a couple of other parameters are hit. Now, you wait till all four of them are there. You got to wait till all the setup is right. You can't just say, oh, one of them, two of them. No. Just be disciplined, man.
Be disciplined.
Be disciplined.
That's it.
It's not worth it trying to get out there. It's like playing in the highway. I mean, this thing is like, you got red lights and green lights. Okay, it's safe to walk across now. You walk across there, you got a good chance you're not going to be, getting harmed. But otherwise, you get out there, you died and stuff, man. So it's, just be disciplined and patient with it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want you to speak to, you said that this last week, the only thing that changed was you gave the analogy about the ladders. Talk about that. That's important.
Yeah, I saw this one post somebody had sent me that showed a guy trying to look over a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 20 or 30 ladders kind of laid on the ground, piled up. And he was climbing on that pile, and it was unsteady. And he was barely able to peer over. And the thing said, look, it doesn't matter how many resources you have if you don't know how to use them. And that's the thing. It was like, okay, all dude had to do was take one ladder, lean up against the wall, and climb on it the way it's supposed to be used, and he's going to get what he wants.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, that's the same way with Skittles. I got 20 or 30 different strategies on my trading view. You can click up and take a look at and analyze. But I'm like, wait a minute, you got one that's going to give you great perspective and real-time information about what's the strongest action going on, buyers and sellers. Just use that one. Absolutely. You don't have to look, trying multiple things. Just get on one ladder and do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And that's so powerful because the person who's watching this and you've been struggling with trading, you've gone through exactly what Laurence and myself we're talking about. You've tested this strategy, that strategy, and this over there, that over there. I'm not even saying it has to be my strategy. But if you want to be a successful trader, you need one strategy, just one. And the thing about Skittles, my strategy that I developed, the thing about Skittles is simple. It's so simple a 4-year-old can understand it. It's so simple that literally my children are learning how to trade my strategy. So and Mr. Laurence, if you don't mind me asking, if you don't want to tell me, you don't got to tell me. But how old are you?
I'm 52.
52. That's important too. Because there's somebody watching this video right now that's in their 50s, 60s even. And you're thinking, I'm too old. I don't understand technology. I want you to speak to them.
Man, let me tell you something. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be teachable. That's all you have to be. Just have to be some open. Look, if I want to make a difference, I got to live a difference. Okay, you may think I'm too old. If I invest my money in this, I'm going to lose my money. No, if you stick with something that's simple, you trust the process. I mean, I know people say that's kind of old. Look, it works. I mean, you're never too old and you are never too young. I bet you can find a 6-year-old, 7-year-old to look at it and say, look, when you see this right here, do this. If you want to count the pips, for your style, all that's easy. It's not hard.
It's not.
Do not overcomplicate it, and don't introduce doubt by saying, "Oh, I'm too old, I don't know numbers." Well, look, listen, all the tools are there. Take the time to learn them and you can change your life exponentially.
Absolutely. And it's never too late. Like, I think that's a really important point. It's never too late. I don't care how long you've been trading. I don't care how long you've been losing. I don't care how many times you tried before. The person that's watching this right now, and that's your testimony, none of that matters.
Yeah.
Explained in the right way will change everything very quickly, and we have proven it. We've done it over and over again. Laurence, you've been with me, like I said, for a year and 8 months, right? And when I introduced this strategy, and then I revamped it, reintroduced it with less videos, even more simplified, we have taken this strategy and taught people who have never traded before how to become profitable in days. In something that the public perceives to be hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
I think that's right. And I think also, especially sometimes in the African American community, we think about, trading and financial, all that stuff, all them things on the screen. That's hard. No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. And we do a lot more complicated things in our lives anyway that we don't realize that, this really is a lot simpler than some of the other things we do in life.
Absolutely.
It really is. And to be intimidated by it is just like, you really are denying yourself, so many benefits in life, so many freedoms and getting stress up off you and just putting yourself in a better place. And also a legacy, man. Because, my kids, growing up, I never had this. This wasn't around for us back then.
Yes, absolutely.
So kids coming out of college now, if they got like $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 in debt, I would come out of there depressed, man. Because you got a job making $40,000, you're looking at, never paying that off.
Absolutely.
But if you come out of school, or if you're out of high school and you say, college isn't for me, and you don't want to do a trade school, you can come here and do this.
Absolutely.
You can come here and do this. You don't need a whole lot of money to start. You just need some confidence, the right direction, and in a community of wealth-minded people. It's well worth it. Do not give up. If you keep, that's the hardest part. Is start. Don't keep starting over again.
Absolutely.
Just keep going. Keep pushing.
Absolutely, man. You said a mouthful, man. But I appreciate you so much, Mr. Daniels. And what I'm going to do, this is just the breakthrough period. Right? You said about $500 the last 7 to 8 days. I'm going to re-interview you.
Okay.
A few weeks down the line, we're going to see what happens.
I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. So I want everybody to know who's watching this video, how can they find you? Do you want them to find you on Facebook?
Yeah, it's same, like you see the name up there now, Laurence Daniels. I'm up there. I'm
gonna put your link right in the video so they can find you and contact you. Connect with Mr. Daniels. If you resonate with his story, he'll be happy to help you. He's directly attached to me. We'll work together with you. Y'all know who I am, MrKingdomKash, and you know how to find me across all social media platforms. Our Certified Cash Academy group. We'll be happy to help you. We'll be happy to coach you. And we have the strategy to help you learn this skill set in a very easy, simple way. And we'll take great care of you. Mr. Daniels, I appreciate you. I'm so proud of you. So happy. Like I said, if anybody in the entire movement deserves it, you deserve it. You've been consistent. And I'm so happy for you, bro.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. No problem. All right, everybody, I appreciate you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel wherever you're watching this. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Connect with us. And if you want to get into our free information group, you can go to increasemenow.info, increasemenow.info. That'll get you right into the information group and watch the video at the top of the group, and we'll be happy to help you. Everybody have a blessed day, and we'll see you. Thanks, Mr. Daniels.
All right, thank you.